to Frenchies travel. Today we are going to Paris again.
If you want to see the city of love, historical monuments, and also great food to eat, you should stay there.
Hello, welcome to Frenchies travel. I'm Clemence.
And I am Emma.
Today we are going to Paris, but for the second day, you will go to my favorite part of Paris, so stay tuned.
Yes, and if you want to see the day one, you should actually watch it.
In the morning, you should go to a boulangerie. You just pick the one that you want and you try baguette, pain au chocolat and croissant, of course.
Yes. And then when your stomach is full, you can go to the Musée du Louvre. So everybody knows the Louvre Museum, which is the world's largest art museum. And it is actually a historic monument in Paris. In it, you've got approximately 38,000 objects from the 21st century. Actually, it is exhibited over an area of 72,735 square meters. So it's huge.
And outside you can find a glass pyramid. It's quite famous too.
Yeah, we took loads of pictures. We did like miniatures, so it was quite fun.
Then you walk 12 minutes and you arrive to the island of the city. It's called l'île de la Cité. And there you can find several things as the Sainte-Chapelle. This chapel is not really famous, but you should go there. It's a little secret between us. And you'll see inside, it's unbelievable, really. It's jewel of the Renaissance Gothic period. And you can find 1,113 stained glass windows, so it's quite famous. And also it was built in a short time. It just took 7 years to build it, and they also have the Christ crowns of throne acquired by St. Louis. So really, it's an important place for Christian people.
When we talk about Christian, we can actually go to Notre Dame. So Notre Dame is really well famous at the moment because last year it was actually destroyed by a fire. It was something that meant a lot to me because I just loved that cathedral. It's finished to build in 1163 and it's got the Gothic style, and it actually took about 200 years to finish that structure because it finished in 1345. And actually at the moment as it was destroyed, it is actually rebuilding it, so it's going to be as beautiful as it was.
Yeah, I hope. And all the part who was destroyed was at the top of the cathedral, and we used to call this part the forest because you have so many woods in it and it was really impressive.
Yes, so this is why it took fire, because it was all made out of wood.
And just in front of the cathedral, you can just, while you are taking your picture, you'll see you have so many pigeons there, and some old ladies just give some bread to the pigeon, and I don't know why I was taking my picture and the lady put some bread in my hand and on my head, and I have pigeons everywhere. So maybe you find that gross, but it's a French thing.
So you should try the French things because you're going to France.
After this cathedral, you can have your lunch. So you need to walk 20 minutes. So you go out of the island and you go on the other side of the Seine, and you'll see there is the Grand Mosquée. So it's called the Big Mosque. The minaret, so the tower, is 33 meters tall, and it's the oldest mosque in France. And the special thing about it is that you have a restaurant just inside the mosque. So it's called Aux Portes de l'Orient, so Orient's doors. And really it's so cool because you can visit this monument and then you go to a restaurant and you can find a real couscous and also tagine, minty, all those things. It's a bit expensive, it's 35 euros for the whole dish, but I mean, it's the place to have those type of dish.
After you ate all of this, I really hope that you ate all of this because it is so good. You can go to the Panthéon, so it is the Panthéon. So the Panthéon is just in front of La Sorbonne. So La Sorbonne, you should know, it's a French school really famous in France. It's one of the most famous in France actually. So the Panthéon was built from 1758 to 1790 and it was designed by Jacques-Germain Soufflot. In that structure you can actually find downstairs a crypt. You can visit actually the tombs, which is great because you can see all the famous people there. I saw Victor Hugo for the first time. So you can see either Victor Hugo, Émile Zola, Louis Braille, Marie Curie too. So you got loads of famous people there. You can actually find Foucault Pendulum. So it was first installed in 1851 and then it was removed, but then it was reinstalled there in 1995 and it's still there today. So you can go there. The device demonstrates the Earth's rotation. If you want to, you can also go up there. So we did go there actually. And we had like this view, you could see the Eiffel Tower, you could do like a 360-degree tour. So you'll see, you have to go there.
Yeah, and after this famous monument, you can walk 10 minutes and arrive to Jardin du Luxembourg, so Luxembourg's garden. And it was built in 1612 for Marie de Médicis, which was the wife of Henri IV, so she was a queen. And there you can find lots of sculptures and flowers.
If you just want to sit there, there's like loads of chairs, which is quite strange because you got just chairs, not even bench. You got chairs, so you can just sit there, relax, and you will see you've got like a nice pond and just take loads of pictures there.
Yeah. And after this, in order to finish your second day, you can go to my favorite place in Paris, which is Montmartre. You can either walk an hour or take the subway and it will last about 45 minutes. So I mean, if you're feeling it, just walk there because it's almost the same time. And Montmartre is so cool, really. I love this place.
Montmartre is actually known for its artistic history, and you can find actually the white domed Basilica of the Sacré-Cœur. So it's actually on the Mont. Famous people live there, like Van Gogh for example, or even Pablo Picasso lives there.
And you have the Square of the Tertre, where you can find all the street artists. So really it's like a market of artists, and they just, if you want to, they can draw you or they just paint, and it's so cool. And you also have Le Mur des Je t'aime, which is a nice square too.
We really hope that you had 2 amazing days there, and you will see Paris is just beautiful. It's historical
and romantic too, so we really hope that you like this tour.
So now let's go to the tips. You should know that if you are a student, you've got loads of reductions in France. So also in Paris, so for example, you can go and visit monuments for free. Just take your ID card and just tell them I'm a student, what could I do? And they will say, okay, we've got those prices.
Watch out because you're in France and on the Sundays, most of the time shops are closed. So really, for the restaurant or even if you want to go shopping, watch out.
So if you go to the Eiffel Tower, you should go and buy your ticket before going there.
Yeah, because it's so crowded. So you can go online and register for free, but watch out, you have to do it before the peak hours. So really, and even for the Musée du Louvre, it's quite crowded too, so watch out and look online.
Yes. Bye.